Reading Fluency and Adolescents, Examining the Research by Carol Hazard for CI 5433 Affinity Group Project. What is fluency? Fluency is the ability to read accurately, quickly, expressively, with good phrasing, and with good comprehension. There are two types of fluency: oral fluency, which encompasses reading for speed and accuracy, and the other, deep fluency, which means reading with and for meaning. Comprehension is paramount in this type of fluency, and prosaic reading is also important, which is reading with expression as the author meant it to be inflected. Why is fluency key to reading success? The Common Core standards identify fluency as a foundational part of reading instruction, and research has shown that difficulty with reading fluency is associated with poor reading performance. Although fluency is routinely monitored in most primary reading programs, considering its impact on adolescent literacy or reading has not been widely applied. Automaticity in word recognition has been the desired effect in reading instruction in primary grades. To do this, they've emphasized reading rate in fluency. Some scholars have argued that because a component of fluency, word recognition automaticity, is often assessed through reading speed, instructional methods for fluency have evolved into increasing students' reading rate at the primary level. The primary level also focuses on reading aloud to assess or demonstrate to the instructor that students have the decoding and automaticity necessary to build reading ability. At about grade 5, most students have attained sufficient fluency, and this fluency instruction is mostly abandoned. However, it has been shown that struggling adolescent readers still need fluency instruction to improve their fluency. The focus at this level is to improve fluency to improve comprehension and reading enjoyment. However, using speed reading assessment of fluency is not appropriate at the adolescent levels. New approaches to reading fluency instruction at the adolescent level need to be employed in order to move these readers forward. One of these strategies is modeling fluent reading. Although it is popular in elementary classrooms, it isn't done as frequently in adolescent classrooms. But hearing how fluent readers inflect and emphasize effectively in their reading provides a model for students to aim for as they realize what constitutes fluent reading. Another strategy is engaging students in oral reading. Research supports repeated oral reading of text to develop fluency. This has to be done sensitively, however, because obviously struggling readers shouldn't be embarrassed. Provide students with frequent and regular opportunities to read passages aloud several times. Provide feedback and guidance during these oral readings. Also allow students to practice reading aloud by themselves first to avoid the embarrassment of what can occur when they read unfamiliar texts out loud. Another strategy is engaging students in oral reading, guided oral reading. In order for this to work at the middle and high school levels, it must be fit into an hour, and teachers must focus on the small group of students who are most struggling in reading in order to work with them individually while the other members of the group are doing something else. They ask the individuals to read out loud, they guide them in self-correction and mispronunciation, and they ask them about the content of their reading to assure comprehension. Another strategy for reading fluency is to engage students in partner reading. This is very specific procedure of how this is to be done. That procedure follows to ensure that there's enough repetition and enough opportunity to read to one another and to build confidence in their reading skills. A final strategy for improving reading fluency is engaging students in oral storytelling. Even though storytelling is a low priority in classroom, there is some evidence that oral storytelling improves reading fluency, writing, and comprehension. Research has yet to reveal whether or how much improvement in reading rate is adequate to improve fluency and comprehension. The nature of the relationship between fluency and accuracy in word recognition in struggling adolescent readers also requires further study. Finally, the effects of oral versus silent reading fluency need to be explored in greater depth. The following are sources that were used to compile this presentation.